Hi, I'm Jim Jubak, and welcome to this week's Quick Pick video. This week's Quick Pick is Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly is writing two things, and one is an explosion, unfortunately, in worldwide diabetes, poor diet, excess calories, more processed food. We're seeing a huge increase in the number of people with diabetes. That means that they need to take medicine to prevent it from going from stage 2 to stage 1, where you need insulin. And as in many things in the global medical system, it means that people in relatively wealthy countries will be able to get the drug and pay for it, and people in relatively poor countries won't be able to get the drug or pay for it. So it's not going to be an equitable global situation. Okay, that's one trend. Second trend is that they've discovered that a lot of these drugs to control blood sugar, diabetes type 2, are also really good at weight loss. So you've got a kind of a race to see who can come up with a diabetes drug that does the best job of controlling weight. And then they have to go to the FDA and get approval for both uses, not just for diabetes, but also for weight loss. So the standard out there has been a drug from Novo Nordisk called, it's marketed as Ozempic. It's a semaglutide. So it's marketed as Ozempic for type 2 diabetes, and Wegovy, W-E-G-O-V-Y, for weight loss. Okay. Eli Lilly has been on a tear, and you can see that from the chart. That we're looking at just an almost unrelieved move upwards, and there are two reasons for this. One is that it's got a drug called Tirzepatide, Tirzepatide. That's been approved for type 2 diabetes by the FDA under the name Mounjaro, and that looks like it's going to be a big drug, and it also looks like it's going to get approved for weight loss, where it looks likely to be better at this than the Ozempic diabetes drug from Novo Nordisk. So that's a reason for the stock. The stock has been climbing. Second thing is that Eli Lilly's got a second diabetes weight loss drug in the pipeline that has just gone into phase. It's just reported phase 2 results. This is a drug called Retatrutide. I'm laughing at myself. But anyway, they reported phase 2 results where it showed that a 24% loss of body weight after 11 months. That was the desired result, not a bad side effect. That has not yet been approved and has to go into phase 3 trials. But you can see this is a company with a really extraordinary strong pipeline for diabetes and weight loss in the near term. So I've held this in my Jubak Picks portfolio since November 20th, 2022. It's up about 34% since then. I'd say we're looking at, maybe another 20% to the upside from here on their gradual approvals of these two drugs. This is not a cheap stock. Has a 1% yield, but is trading at a trailing 12-month PE of 72 because the market is already putting all of this hope for these two drugs into the price. But as I say, I think there's another 20% here. I think there's a relatively low risk 20%. Because I think both these drugs, they're showing they're really robust results from their trials and will be approved by the FDA. And at that point, you get some more, as we get closer and closer to that, and it looks like we're going to get approval from the FDA on these, I think you'll see another 20% pop in Eli Lilly, and 20% in this market in a low risk situation is very attractive to me. So thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You can give me a thumbs up too, but give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, And that way you get notification when we do our next one. We're doing about 3 videos a week, not always on the same day. If you subscribe and it's free, you get notification when we do the next one. If you want more of my stuff, including the Jubak Picks portfolio where Eli Lilly sits, you can go to my free site. That's jubakpicks.com. If you want 6 portfolios instead of 3, this portfolio with Eli Lilly in it, as well as portfolios for ETFs and some options and some really long-term stocks. You can go to my paid site. That's jubakam.com. We've been doing a 50% off sale for the paid site because it's the 50th anniversary of my mustache. My mustache has basically, we did the last offer for that round on Tuesday. My mustache has been arguing that it was so popular we should extend it. I think I'm going to do that after the 4th. So look for another 50% offer in this series after the 4th of July. And I'll talk to you then.